For decades, the content of this message has been the subject of speculation, conspiracy theories, and intense discussions. But what has really been hidden from us? And why? Get ready, because what we are about to reveal might make you see history in a completely new light. Before we dive into this incredible journey of secrets and revelations, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. You won't want to miss what we're about to uncover. The third secret of Fatima is part of a series of apparitions and messages that are believed to have been given by the Virgin Mary to 3 young Portuguese shepherds in 1917. These apparitions occurred during a time of great social and political instability, both locally and globally, with World War I still ongoing and revolutions shaking Russia and other countries. The Virgin Mary, known as Our Lady of Fatima, is said to have appeared 6 times to the 3 children, Lucia dos Santos and her cousins, Francisco and Jacinta Marto, in the rural locality of Cova da Iria, near the village of Fatima. During these apparitions, the Madonna is said to have entrusted the children with 3 secrets, containing messages of prayer, penance, and prophecies about the future of the Church and the world. The first 2 secrets, revealed in the following years by the visions themselves, dealt respectively with the vision of hell and the prediction of the end of World War I, followed by another more devastating war if humanity did not convert. The third secret, however, was kept secret much longer. Sister Lucia, one of the visionaries who became a nun, wrote it down in 1944 at the request of her bishop but ordered that it not be read before 1960, believing that it would be better understood by then. This secret was kept by the Vatican, which decided not to publicly reveal it until June 2000. Its publication and the context of its prophecies sparked intense discussions and speculation, deeply marking the public perception of the Fatima apparitions and their impact on Catholic faith and world culture. The content of the third secret of Fatima, officially revealed by the Catholic Church in 2000, consists of a prophetic vision dense with religious and apocalyptic symbolism that has captured the imagination of many faithful and scholars. The vision was described by Sister Lucia, one of the 3 shepherd children believed to have been visited by the Virgin Mary, and its text is complex and rich in dramatic imagery. In the text of the secret, Sister Lucia describes a scene in which she, along with Francisco and Jacinta, sees an angel with a fiery sword in his left hand. The sword sets the world on fire but is extinguished upon contact with the splendor that the Virgin radiates with her right hand to the sky, signaling the power of prayer to preserve peace. The vision continues with the description of a steep mountain, at whose summit stands a large cross made of rough logs. Climbing towards the cross, a long procession of human figures, including the Pope, bishops, priests, religious men and women of various orders, and laypeople of different classes and social standings, moves through a desolate and macabre landscape, marked by ruins and corpses. These details symbolize the hardships and persecutions that the members of the Church must face. The narrative continues with the Pope, having reached the top of the mountain, kneeling at the foot of the large cross, being shot to death by a group of soldiers firing guns and arrows. The cross represents sacrifice and martyrdom, central elements in the Christian faith, while the mountain can be seen as a symbol of the ascetic path towards salvation and spiritual purity. The half-destroyed city through which these figures pass could represent the decay of the modern world and the consequences of sin and distance from God. The assassination of the Pope perhaps symbolizes the supreme suffering that the Church will have to endure, highlighting the struggle between good and evil, a recurring theme in prophecies and Christian apocalyptic literature. The presence of the angel with the fiery sword might also symbolize divine justice, ready to strike the world but mitigated by the mercy represented by the Virgin. These elements are interpreted by many theologians as symbols of the spiritual and physical struggles that the Church must face to maintain faith in an increasingly hostile world. The secret, with its strong image of destruction and suffering but also hope through sacrifice, prompts reflection on the vulnerability of the human condition and the salvific power of faith. The publication of the Third Secret of Fatima by the Vatican in June 2000 was accompanied by a detailed theological interpretation, primarily curated by Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger, then prefect of the Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith. This interpretation sought to place the mysterious and apocalyptic message of the vision within the context of the Catholic faith and the history of the 20th century. What do you think was really hidden in the Third Secret? Does the official version tell the whole story, or is there more? Write in the comments the words "Third Mystery." The Vatican interpreted the Third Secret as a symbolic vision of the trials and persecutions that the Church would face during the 20th century. According to this reading, the elements of suffering and destruction represented in the vision, the city in ruins, the corpses, the assassination of the Pope, symbolize not only physical attacks against Christians but also the spiritual and moral challenges encountered by the Church. The specific reference to the assassination of the Pope was linked by the former Holy Father, John Paul II, to the assassination attempt he himself survived on May 13, 1981, in St. Peter's Square. John Paul II attributed his survival to the intervention of the Madonna of Fatima, interpreting the event as part of the fulfillment of the prophecy contained in the secret. This association has reinforced the perception that the Third Secret had a direct and personal meaning for the Church and its leaders. In the interpretation provided by Cardinal Ratzinger, it is emphasized that the vision should not be seen as a prophecy in terms of specific and inevitable predictions of future events. Rather, it should be understood in terms of a symbolic vision, where the visionary elements represent internal spiritual struggles and external persecutions. This approach reflects a broader theological view that sees prophecies as invitations to conversion and prayer rather than as announcements of deterministic events. Not everyone has welcomed the Vatican's interpretation. Some critics, both inside and outside the Church, have suggested that the secret might have broader implications that the Church itself would prefer to minimize or hide. These speculations are fueled by the late disclosure of the secret and the extremely symbolic and apocalyptic nature of the message. Additionally, there is a faction of traditionalist Catholics and conspiracy theorists who maintain that the full text of the secret has not yet been revealed. These theories are, however, generally considered marginal within the broader Catholic community. The interpretation and revelation of the Third Secret of Fatima reflect the Vatican's attempt to integrate the prophetic visions into a broader understanding of the mission and challenges of the Church in the contemporary world. This attempt underscores the function of prophecy as an instrument of spiritual renewal and a call to fidelity to the Gospel, rather than as a mere announcement of future calamities. The revelation of the Third Secret of Fatima in 2000 unleashed a series of controversies and debates within the Catholic community and beyond. While the Vatican presented a version of the secret, accompanied by a detailed theological interpretation, not all the faithful and observers were convinced that everything had been revealed or that the interpretation was adequate. One of the main points of controversy concerns the completeness of the revelation. Some critics and conspiracy theorists assert that the Vatican did not disclose the entire text of the Third Secret. These speculations are fueled by perceived differences between the description made by Sister Lucia in her earlier writings and the text published in 2000. Moreover, the significant delay in publishing the secret has added suspicion, with some interpreting the delay as an attempt to conceal potentially shocking or embarrassing information for the Church. Another source of controversy is the official interpretation of the secret given by the Vatican. While Cardinal Ratzinger emphasized a symbolic and spiritual reading of the vision, others have suggested that the secret might contain more direct allusions to future or current crises in the Church, including scandals, declines in faith, and governance issues. The Vatican's decision to link the secret primarily to the assassination attempt on John Paul II has been seen by some as an attempt to circumscribe the discussion of the secret to a specific historical event, avoiding broader discussions on contemporary challenges facing the Church. Interviews and statements by Sister Lucia before her death in 2005 have also contributed to the controversies. At various times, her statements seem to both confirm and contradict the Vatican's interpretation, adding further doubts about the clarity and integrity of the revealed message. Her correspondence and memoirs have at times suggested an understanding of the secret that goes beyond the mere issue of the assassination attempt on the Pope, implying deeper and more pervasive crises. If this video is intriguing you, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to support the channel. Only then can we continue to bring you the hidden truth and stories you won't find anywhere else. Reactions to the revelation of the third secret have been mixed even within the Catholic community. While many faithful accept the Vatican's interpretation, a significant number of people remain skeptical. Some traditionalist and conservative groups see in the secret a confirmation of their concerns regarding the direction of the post-conciliar Church, particularly in relation to topics such as liturgy and morality. The controversies surrounding the third secret of Fatima have also had a broader cultural impact, stimulating books, films, and discussions that go well beyond the boundaries of Catholic theology. This fascination with the mysterious and apocalyptic reflects a general interest in prophecies and revelations that promise to unveil the secrets of the future and the challenges of the present. In conclusion, the third secret of Fatima remains a fascinating and divisive element in the life of the modern Catholic Church. Its interpretations and the controversies associated with it raise fundamental questions about the role of prophecy in faith, the transparency of the ecclesiastical hierarchy, and the struggle between conservation and renewal within the Church itself. The third secret of Fatima continues to be a topic that invites reflection and investigation. As new information emerges, our understanding can only deepen. We will continue to follow this story and provide you with all the updates and new revelations.